If you want to learn how to make the most out of your back workout, this video is for you. Alright, so a lot of times after your back workout, your biceps are real swole, like this guy over here, but your back is looking like Flat Stanley over here. So I'm going to teach you in today's workout how to master a few key exercises for your back and do them in proper form in order to get the most out of your back workouts. Alright, so the 4 exercises we're going to go over is 1, the TBar Row, 2, the Pendant Row or the bent over row, 3, the pull-up, and then lastly we're going to do some rear delt flies. So these 4 exercises are key for your back because when you got things like your TBar Row or your Pendant Row, those are what's called a horizontal row. So basically anything like this is a horizontal row. And what that's going to do is it's going to add the thickness layer to your back because it's literally like adding a layer to your back. You're pumping it back like this. When you're doing things more like pull-ups, those are called your vertical rows, right? Vertical. And what that's going to do is it's going to widen your back. So you want the 2 paired perfectly in your workout so that you can widen your back, get that nice wide V taper, and then add some thickness to it as well. So those 2 things are crucial. Also, the rear delt flies are just going to be great for developing your smaller muscles on your back and really making your back pop. And the TBar Row is, just like the Pendant Row, but a different variation. Angles are everything for hitting your muscles, so the more angles you can hit your muscles, the better. Alright guys, so getting right into it. First up, we have the Pendant Row. 95 pounds on the bar, just something light so I can show you guys the proper form. Alright, so first I'm going to show you what you do not want to do. Rounded back, no good. Jacking the weight up and moving like this, no good. You're going to get hurt. When you do this exercise, you want to make sure your back is so flat you could almost rest a plate on it. And you want to stabilize yourself as much as you can. Slight bend in the knees. Okay, so I'll show you that, right? Okay, so pause reps are great because you're just going to increase the time under tension for your muscles. And that's what it's all about. So another concept you guys need to know that you can apply to all 4 of these exercises is called mind-muscle connection. So what this is basically you just need to, it's very simple. You just need to focus on the muscle you want to be working and picture as if your brain is almost inside the muscle. You have to be obsessed with just working this muscle, The more obsessed you are with something, the more you're likely to achieve it. So basically, you're going to picture your mind inside your lats and you're going to be pulling with your lats just like that. If you're still having trouble feeling the pull from in your lats rather than your biceps, then use this tip to help you. See, if you want to work a muscle, you have to isolate the joint in front of it. So you want to work your forearms, you're going to do some wrist curls. You want to work your bicep, you're going to, move your elbow and do some bicep curls. Shoulder, the whole arm, right, etc. So when you want to work your back, you got to pull from your elbows, not from your hands. If you're focusing on pulling from your hands, you're just going to get all this bicep tension. But instead, when you rather just dead hang from here to here, pretending it's not even existing, and just pull from your elbows, you're going to get so much more tension and feel it that much more on your back. So what I mean by that is kind of like this. If your bent over rows are looking like that, then it's safe to say you guys are doing them right. Next exercise. Alright guys, next up we got the pull-up. So I like to do them wide because I think you get the most lat activation that way. So I'll show you guys the proper way to do some pull-ups. Right? By the way guys, pro tip, if your calluses are bothering you, then make sure that you don't just grab the bar like that and instead you put the bar kind of right up in here, and it's going to help you guys so you can get more pull-ups when you do them. So, right, you're going to get a nice wide grip like this. And just nice controlled. Don't put your feet behind you like this. It's no good. You want to keep them straight. Guys, you see how I'm stabilizing? You're going to use a lot of your core because you don't want to swing when you do your pull-ups. That's a bad form and you're not going to be able to target your back as much. You want everything to be slow and controlled when you're doing any movement. That's how you're going to get the most time under tension. Alright guys, also when it comes to pull-ups, you're going to want to make sure you dead hang and lock out your arms at the end of each rep, or else you're going to just be going half reps and that's going to put more tension on your biceps instead of your lats, which is what you want. Alright guys, next exercise is your rear delt flies. This is a simple one, but a lot of people mess this one up. So I'm going to show you a common mistake when doing your rear delt flies. See how I'm pulling from my elbows for this one? See, now this exercise is kind of a tricky one because you don't want to be pulling from your elbows there. Then you're just doing lat rows instead of working your rear delts. So if you want to get your rear delts, this exercise you got to keep your arms almost straight, just a slight bend. Bring them out to the side like you got wings almost. So check this out. Also notice how my shoulders are back. Yeah guys, so notice how my arms were straight there. That's how you're going to put the most time and attention for your rear delts and build the biggest rear delts you possibly can. Alright guys, last exercise, like I said, the TBar Row. So with this exercise, it's similar to the Pendant Row, just make sure your shoulders are back. It's going to allow you to squeeze your lats, and that's what you want here. Also, don't be hunched over and keep that slight bend in the knees. When you do this one right, it should look like this. Alright guys, so to conclude, these are some points to take with you. On your rows, make sure your shoulders are pinched back. It's going to allow you guys to really squeeze your lats as much as you can, and that's going to really increase your time under tension and build some bigger, thicker lats. Point number 2 is going to be on your pull-ups. Make sure you're dead hanging your arms, because that's going to definitely increase the amount of lat activation you're using rather than your biceps. So don't forget that one. And on any type of rows you guys are doing, make sure that you're pulling from your elbows rather than your hands, because it's also just going to increase that time under tension and lat activation and concentration on it. But yeah guys, most importantly with the back and any exercise for that matter, focus on your mind-muscle connection. Really think about the exercise as you do it. You know, don't be texting in between sets. Be focused. If you want something, go and get it. So yeah, hopefully this video helped you guys out. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe for more, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.